country's capital, nation's pride, its regal past, its cosmopolitan presence, world-class ways, pleasure and comfort, style and elegance. We know, we care. We are Delhi Metro. Delhi Metro, which commenced operations in 2002, is regarded as one of the most successful urban transport systems in the world. DMRC has gained reputation as an efficient metro system developer and operator for actively playing the role of consultant for many national and international metro projects. Phase 1 and Phase 2 of Delhi Metro has laid the foundation of a robust mass rapid transit system in the capital, connecting all four corners of the city and the large part of NCR. The Delhi Metro started construction in 1998. The first elevated section with one line running between Shahadra and Tees Hazari on Red Line opened in 2002. Today it stands as the largest metro system in India, operating 12 lines covering 389 kilometers and 285 stations. This is a commendable achievement. Today, Phase 3 expansion has brought the Delhi Metro on the world map and became an incredible tale of time which has been successful in providing quality services. Phase 3 has connected the linear corridors of the earlier phases and made the metro accessible to most of the major localities of the city and NCR as a whole. It was the toughest so far in terms of engineering challenges. It involved work on 11 different corridors with 30 mammoth tunnel boring machines and workforce of nearly 30,000.
The Phase 3 was much different than Phase 1 and Phase 2. Here in terms of volume, if you see, the volume of Phase 3 was equal to Phase 1 and Phase 2 put together.
Work on Delhi Metro's Phase 3 project started in 2011. It was one of the most challenging infrastructure development projects anywhere in the contemporary world. For Phase 3, DMRC not only had to dig through rocky terrain, pass through thickly populated areas and cross over flyovers, underpasses and railway tracks, but also cross the hurdle of its own existing elevated network. Major civil engineering challenges were on these three corridors. Violet Line or Heritage Line corridor of the Phase 3 is an extension of the Line 6 from Central Secretariat to Badarpur, with interchange facilities at Mandi House station for Line 3 and the Kashmiri Gate station for Line 1 and Line 2. Central Secretariat Kashmiri Gate corridor was one of the first corridors of Phase 3 on which work began in May 2011. And it is an underground section. As soon as construction work started on Heritage Line, many complexities surfaced which tested the abilities of engineers. But the DMRC engineers were prepared to tackle them one after another. The engineers encountered their first challenge on ITO Delhi Gate section. It was the presence of the 16th century-old historical monument, Puni Darwaza, constructed by Sher Shah Suri. The monument was in proximity of the construction area. Here, the TBM on the upline encountered hard rock, and it stopped as the TBM was originally designed for soft soil. DMRC then employed a pipe pushing technique. In this technique, two pipes of 1800 dia each were inserted from the Delhi Gate shaft towards the stuck TBM. Construction worker was sent through these pipes inside the tunnel to break away the rock slowly and make way for the TBM to move forward. Given the challenges it posed to DMRC engineers, the Delhi Gate Jama Masjid section can be called the stretch of challenges. On the 6th of July 2012, while digging earth in Netaji Subhash Park area to construct a metro station, the DMRC came across remains of some medieval era construction buried under the ground. The discovery triggered excitement among local residents who believed the remains belonged to Akbarabadi Masjid. DMRC decided to shift its alignment from that area. The Jama Masjid station was shifted 45 meters laterally and 75 meters longitudinally. The tunnel length was also laterally increased by 72 meters on both the tunnels. Now DMRC had to fight another battle due to the change of alignment, which led to many changes in a very crucial time. The alignment had now to be shifted under the busy Netaji Subhash Marg, and a major portion of the tunnels were to be dug beneath the densely populated residential area of Daryaganj. Shifting the alignment caused numerous unwanted problems as the earlier alignment was passing under a non-residential stretch of open space. DMRC engineers did not have access to the ground because the area was densely populated and housed very old buildings and structures, mostly in dilapidated conditions. In spite of having innumerable challenges, an extraordinary feat was achieved. When the complete TBM assembly was done at one go inside the tunnel for the upline. It was 96 meters long, completely assembled underground tunnel boring machine. This was the longest TBM ever used in Delhi Metro project and weighed approximately 500 tons. The first tunneling obstacle of Phase 3 was also witnessed with this TBM. The TBM initially encountered hard rock, but after 35 rings had been completed, the TBM encountered an old well adjacent to Kasturba Gandhi Hospital in October 2013. This sudden change in ground parameters and settlement values led to a chimney-like formation, which led to a 172 cubic meter cavity from the ground level. DMRC engineers acted quickly, and this issue was resolved within 24 hours. But after crossing the hospital, the TBM stopped as its bearings failed. Once a TBM gets stuck in such a scenario, it is extremely difficult to move it. The only way to retrieve it is to make a shaft after thoroughly studying the surface. During the construction work, every TBM was given a number, and everyone would recognize the TBM by its number only. The TBM-3 remained stuck at this point for almost 2 years. And the TBM-3 which was stuck on the upline could complete around 50% tunnel. The cutter head of the TBM was badly damaged due to the rock encountered on the way. Originally, only one TBM was to be used for constructing both the tunnels. But finally, a total of 3 TBMs had to be used to complete the tunneling between Delhi Gate and Jama Masjid. During the construction of Heritage Line, evacuation of local residents of Daryaganj was a Herculean task. The old Daryaganj area houses a number of dilapidated buildings and structures. People also had to be evacuated from these buildings in a phased manner as a precautionary measure. These people had to be evacuated twice during the tunneling on both the tunnels. A total of 2,000 people were evacuated, with around 650 people evacuated in one go. They were accommodated in various guest houses situated in the nearby areas, and DMRC paid for their lodging and food expenses. DMRC also repaired and restored their houses before shifting the residents back. The Kashmiri Gate Metro Station, with 3 interchanges, is one of the biggest interchange stations of the Delhi Metro network. The station is the first model of multimodal integration in Delhi. This giant station is very close to ISBT, having interstate and DTC bus stands and metro stations connecting almost every part of the city. The initial plan for the new station was overlapping on the existing station, and it was thus decided to shift the alignment so that the existing station would not be disturbed. The new station had to be curved at the platform level. The radius of the curve is 1000 meters, and due to this, the downline is curved, while the upline is straight. Because of the same reason, the platform of the new station is also tapered. The width of the platform at the south end, that is the Lal Killa side, is 14 meters, and it narrows down at the north end to 8.5 meters. Despite having maximum number of challenges on this smallest stretch of Phase 3, DMRC succeeded and somehow managed to beat the odds, and the ITO Kashmiri Gate Heritage Line was thrown open to public on the 28th of May 2017. Delhi needs more metro services considering the fact that most of the population rely on metro. The Janakpuri West Botanical Garden Corridor, color-coded magenta, is the Delhi Metro's new corridor along the city's outer ring road. This 38.23 km long corridor is extremely crucial from the point of view of connectivity. DMRC has achieved numerous milestones while constructing its Phase 3 project. During the construction of the Hauz Khas metro station, the Delhi Metro turned one of the major obstructions into an engineering wonder by creating a network of criss-cross underground tunnels. And Hauz Khas was going to have interchange facility. The new tunnel had to pass below an already functional metro tunnel. And all this had to be achieved without hampering passenger services even for an hour on the Yellow Line. The Yellow Line station at Hauz Khas is 17 meters deep. For the construction of the new station, it was not possible to go below the existing station, as the foundation is 32 meters deep, and there is the foundation of the flyover on Outer Ring Road as well. So, the new station has been built adjacent to the existing station at a depth of 29 meters with a length of 265 meters. It has been designed as a 5-level station: rail, platform, intermediate, concourse. Hauz Khas interchange station in many ways reflects the tremendous construction challenges that DMRC's engineers have faced in carrying out the underground construction work of Phase 3. Underground construction is always having its challenges. DMRC has used the new Austrian tunnelling method NATM to carry out tunnelling work between Kalka Ji Mandir and NSIC Okhla on this corridor to pass below the Nehru Place Kalka Ji elevated section of the Violet Line. The tunnel between Kalka Ji Mandir and NSIC Okhla passes below piers 135 and 136 of the Violet Line. It would have been impossible to construct twin tunnels within such a short space. Therefore, a decision was taken to construct a single tube twin tunnel through which both the tracks could pass using the NATM technology. NATM technology involves tunneling through mechanical excavation or controlled blasting. In this method, initially the earth is excavated and a primary lining of hotcrete, steel, lattice girders, wire mesh and rock bolts are applied for stabilization of soil as per geological strata. Delhi Metro's use of the NATM technology at Kalka Ji Mandir is a classic example of intelligent tunneling by the Delhi Metro's engineers. One of the great benefits of Delhi Metro's Phase 3 is that the domestic terminals of the Indira Gandhi Airport are also connected by metro. The Terminal 1 Indira Gandhi International Airport metro station is an underground station which has come up on the Janakpuri West Kalindi Kunj Botanical Garden corridor. DMRC's engineers encountered hard rock during the excavation for this station. However, on one side of the site was the busy Terminal 1 of the IGI airport, and on the other was the congested Mehram Nagar locality, which had a number of buildings in precarious condition. Controlled blasting was carried out at the site, and various monitoring equipment were installed to check the condition of the nearby buildings. The operations or traffic flow at the nearby airport terminal was not allowed to be hampered even for a day. The Terminal 1 IGI Airport Station also stands out for its engineering achievements. It has a number of landmarks, making it one of the most unique stations of Metro's third phase of expansion. The station box is among the longest with a length of 312.2 meters. A bridge built on the river Yamuna by DMRC with a span of 574 meters, which connects Delhi with Noida, is one of its kind. During construction work, on many occasions, water was released from barrage at very short notices, leaving DMRC with very little time to wrap up work there. Within hours, all workers and heavy equipment had to be removed from the site as water would start rising following the release from the barrage. This caused substantial loss of man-hours. During monsoons, due to rising water levels, it was very difficult to carry on with the construction, and substantial work could be done only during the dry months. For Kalindi Kunj Depot, about 22.5 hectares of land was requisitioned for the construction of the depot, out of which only 50% was available. A 1.3 kilometer long and 30 to 40 meters wide deck for stabling lines has been constructed at Jasola Vihar near Kalindi Kunj on an elevated deck about 13 to 14 meters from the ground, where the trains operating on this section are stable. The Pink Line, that is Line 7, constructed as part of the Delhi Metro Phase 3 network. It consists of 38 metro stations from Majlis Park to Shiv Vihar, out of which 12 stations are underground and 26 stations are elevated. The Pink Line, with a length of 59 kilometers, is the longest individual line in Delhi Metro. DMRC reached its highest point so far at 23.6 meters. It crosses over the existing alignment of the Airport Express line at Dhaula Kuan. The design team of DMRC also prepared the design of the viaduct after closely studying the requirement of passing over several major landmarks such as the Airport Line Viaduct and the flyover at such a height. Due to the proximity with the existing flyover and the Airport Line Viaduct, and as the segments were to be lifted to a height of about 23 meters, a systematic methodology was planned for the erection of the segments. The segments were erected through a special 4-step method because of the extra height involved. Step 1. The trailer brought the segment and was parked between the already constructed piers. Step 2. The segment was lifted by an extended winch assembly having a load carrying capacity of 120 tons. Then the segment was transferred to a normal winch assembly and the extended McAlloy bar was removed and again lifted to a height so that it could be transferred to the McAlloy bars fixed to the slider. Step 3. The segment was rotated and attached with a segment trolley or slider. Step 4. The segment trolley or slider was pushed to one end of the pier, where it had erected through a segment launcher. Majlis Park is the first station of the Pink Corridor. The tunnelling between Majlis Park and Azadpur was quite challenging. After completing 580 rings from Azadpur towards the Majlis Park ramp, at a depth of 21 meters at their low point, tunnel boring machines or TBMs engaged to make the 1.4 kilometer long tunnel encountered unexpected ground conditions while tunnelling in this stretch. The unexpected ground conditions damaged the cutter heads of both the TBMs. Thus, an emergency shaft had to be made midway to retrieve the TBMs in the densely populated colony of North Delhi. Land on the surface to build the shaft was not available, as this area had a number of private residents and a Gurudwara. Under these circumstances, DMRC took a decision to retrieve the TBMs instead of changing the cutter heads, and for this purpose, 2 houses of 110 square meter area each and another structure of 400 square meter were taken to make the retrieval shaft. Once the residents were relocated to an alternate location and the land was acquired from the concerned owners, the demolition work began. The rescue shaft was designed. During the boring of piles, surrounding buildings were closely monitored by soil settlement markers. Meanwhile, 2 rock TBMs were started from the Majlis Park side towards Azadpur, so that the tunnelling process could be completed in this section. After completing the tunnelling process, these TBMs were also retrieved from the same shaft at Rameshwar Nagar. Ashram station is one of the smallest metro stations in the world. This station is located at the center of one of the busiest intersections in the city, and DMRC had to fight several land acquisition battles. The long-lasting legal battle forced the designers to come up with a station design that took just 151.6 meters of space against the average of 265 meters. Since the private land could not be acquired, the DMRC had to reduce the station space by almost half the average size. DMRC architects and engineers, for the first time, completely redesigned the underground station. Utilizing all 3 levels, that is, the mezzanine, concourse and platform. This was done by reducing the length of the platform and shifting of ancillary buildings and ventilation fan rooms vertically upwards. The Line 7 of Delhi Metro has faced the maximum number of engineering challenges since it passed through a lot of difficult stretches and densely populated areas. One such section was the portion when the viaduct had to cross the Anand Vihar railway station of the Indian Railways. For crossing this area of Indian Railways, 6 piers were erected in the railway compound in such a way that there was no infringement of the metro line with the railways. One of the spans, which is designed between pier number 235 and 236, is almost 70 meters long. In order to cater to the requirement of special spans, cellular lightweight concrete or CLC construction has been done with the help of bridge builders. DMRC has crossed the railway lines in a very safe and systematic manner, with all safety precautions in place and without affecting the daily train movement on the section in coordination with the Indian Railways. The new signalling technology known as Communication-Based Train Control or CBTC has been implemented on this corridor after undergoing rigorous testing in stages. By means of the CBTC systems, the exact position of a train is known more accurately than with the traditional signalling systems. This results in a more efficient and safe way to manage the railway traffic. Keeping the Delhi Metro running all day long without a glitch requires not only regular maintenance of trains and tracks, but also constant monitoring of the system during operational hours. The response of the train at different speeds, braking of the train and the interconnection with the Operations Control Center was also monitored during the trials. The behavior of the track system and the overhead electrification or OHE was checked repeatedly. This has paid the dividends and the reliability of OHE has improved to a considerable extent. Delhi Metro's new UTO or unattended train operation enabled trains are now operating. The system significantly increased the level of punctuality and higher operational flexibility. The Delhi Metro network successfully connected the far-flung areas of the National Capital Region in Phase 3 and made travelling much easier for passengers. Today, Delhi Metro stretches to Noida and Ghaziabad in the state of Uttar Pradesh and Gurugram, Faridabad, Bahadurgarh and Ballabgarh in the state of Haryana. In order to mitigate carbon footprints, DMRC is trying to maximize the use of renewable energy by utilizing all possible rooftops for harnessing solar energy. Till date, 32.4 megawatt capacity from rooftop solar have been commissioned in DMRC under RESCO model. After utilization of all available rooftop space, DMRC decided to procure solar power from off-site Riva Ultra Mega Solar Power Plant for other operational requirement. DMRC has been involved in this project from concept to commissioning stage, and the actual flow of energy to DMRC started on 18th of April 2019 through interstate open access. DMRC is working towards promoting the rich heritage, art and culture of India through artworks, display panels and exhibits at its stations. DMRC has tied up with various government bodies, organizations and schools, authorizing them to use the metro premises in such a way that they are treated as a hub for promotion of Indian art, culture, literature, craft, tourism, etc. Delhi Metro's Phase 3 stations have been utilized for the portrayal of the history and heritage of the country. Various artists, including professional and amateur, were used to create these artworks, and different artwork was displayed at each station, which also helped to enhance the beauty of these stations.
DMRC has got a very unique type of experience where DMRC develop the system, then operate, use this experience in further development, and then in succession improvement from phase 1 to phase 2 and then phase 3 and now in phase 4. This type of experience I think nobody in the world has got.
Delhi Metro has been meeting the expectations of the passengers for the last several years, and Delhi Metro is on the path of setting new records, touching new heights and moving towards its destination by easing all the difficulties and challenges without any halt.
पूरे देश में जिस स्पीड और स्केल पर मेट्रो नेटवर्क पर काम हुआ, वही सरकार की पहचान और प्रतिबद्धता दोनों को दर्शाता है।
बिखेरे हम चेहरों पे मुस्कान, सफलता बन गई है हमारी पहचान।